and welcome to the show. We are here today on BeamNG Drive, playing some single-player Beam. I do occasionally do that. This is taking a look at the new rally mode, or experimental mode, as it is called. Very interesting. Very, very interesting, this one, I have to say. Now, you can do just normal sort of rally stages, but this is like the more complete option that I've gone for. That basically, it acts as a complete rally. You know, you start off in this kind of service halt. You have to, drive to the different checkpoints. You have to actually drive in between the stages. While there is not traffic yet on the roads in between stages, that is something that's supposed to be coming. You've got to abide by the speed limits and stuff. Now, one of the things you do need to do, I got in trouble the first time I did this, is you have got to arrive at the right time. So, for example, here, if you arrive too soon, you are going to get a time penalty. We will come to a stop. It will, punch the time card, and then we have to go and set out onto the road itself. As I say, there is no traffic. I believe that is on the way for this one. But yeah, we've got to drive in between the stages, following the speed limit. It's quite a quick speed limit here, considering some of the roads we're going to go on, but that's fine. But again, there's no crazy rush. I don't know if it tells you off if you go the wrong way round a roundabout, for example. I don't think it has a negative for dangerous driving currently. But this is a very, very in-depth rally simulation, if you will, going on, which is really, really cool. I mean, it's one thing. I don't know how I've broken the synchronizer, but never mind. But it's one thing to have, and these stages that we are getting to, have got the full pace notes and all of that kind of stuff going on. It's just a really, really detailed rally game, which is really cool. One of the things that Beam does incredibly well, I've talked about it in the past, and I will forever say it, is Beam is a fantastic sandbox. It's a fantastic base point, if you will, for a whole bunch of things. There was a career mode, I think it was called career, not career, but I like the story. I don't actually remember what it was called now. That was kind of along the lines of the Stuntman games, and there is a mod as well that I played a while back that had a whole bunch of scenarios based on the old Stuntman games, which is really good fun because the Stuntman games were like a test of rather intricate driving, if you will, sometimes very fiddly, but it was a test of this sort of intricate driving, and that was an enjoyable challenge. When you add it onto Beam, you can do that, but you've got, the backbone of the game is the incredible destruction physics. The driving physics are strong. I know the tyre model is being changed, is being worked upon, and at some point we'll get that. But Beam is, a fantastic starting point, if you will, for everything. For a lot of different things. If you can do something with a car, this game is an interesting base point because of the physics, and especially because of the damage and the crashes. And in rallying terms, keeping your vehicle running in difficult conditions, on difficult terrain, is very, very important. So the idea of having this as a, not only have you got to, drive down the stages without crashing, and then got to go in between them, in theory there'll be traffic around here. It adds that, it adds a level of realism, adds a level of interest to it, which is very, very cool to see. I am not sure, now, because I was trying to rack my brains, is there another rally game out there that does the whole driving in between stages? I can't think of one that I've ever played. I mean, let's face it, largely because it would add, a lot of, terrain / roads for a game that, I say is almost a semi-waste of time to a lot of things for like a specialised rally game. You're suddenly adding a lot, whereas this is taking a pre-existing map and adding, using what already exists, essentially. But I can't think of another one that goes to this level of detail. And because, the damage is so significant, so important in this one, It does add an element of risk trying to move. Oh, I got a little bit too far forward. There we go. Okay. Right, we are staged. And we can skip the clock. It says Y. It says to press Y. Now, I'm going to tell you at this very moment in time, that does not work. I don't know why. I assume I've got something set up wrong in my controller. I'm just not going to skip for 10 seconds. Right, here we go. They are ready to release us.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
We are
6
off
left short,
and
6 right
underway.
short,
Now this, of course,
60,
is a solid
3 right long,
rally
opens,
car.
30,
It's not the fastest
caution,
thing.
3 left short,
How
over
are
bump, 50,
the pace notes going on? So far,
6 right short,
pretty good.
60,
I've done some of the individual stages. I deliberately didn't do the whole this
left
whole
short,
thing.
into 6 right,
We will.
70,
Oh,
5 right, 90,
being Beam, there is always
6 left
that
short, 60,
added nervousness
caution,
of
5
you can
right
have
short,
such a big accident
arrows,
with the littlest of
100,
things, and that's what
left
makes
long,
this game really good for
crest,
rallying.
100,
It's not the most taxing
6 right
because
long,
you know
tightens,
you've not got to worry about
over
having other
crest,
vehicles on the
30,
road and all of that sort of thing. So what is a fairly intense game, it isn't too bad on dealing
jump,
with.
70, 6 left,
Oh,
don't cut,
the
100,
6, the 6 lefts and right. Like,
4
I'm used to
left,
6 being very
narrows,
easy, flat.
150,
5 should be flat. 4 is
caution, 3 right
where
long,
you're. I mean, it depends on your
40,
car and the surface and so on. They so far seem like a 6 will be
3 left,
generally
tightens,
flat out.
and 4 right, tightens,
Although
100,
you might need to slightly readjust. Although I guess in reality, different co-drivers might. I don't know enough about how rally pace notes are delivered. Like maybe
4
different
left short,
co-drivers
3
would
right, tightens,
use
30,
different
4 left short,
numbering
30,
systems or maybe
3
slightly
right,
different
opens,
scales. There might be a like
30,
codified way. I presume there probably is.
2 left short, into 3 right
Between
short,
drivers or maybe
and
on
4
two.
left short,
Regardless, stuff feels a little tighter than I was
5
expecting
right
it in
short,
general
30,
for
caution,
this.
5 left long,
That
tightens,
being said,
into 1 left,
they're pretty
to 1
good. I
right
mean, I've
short,
played, again, bear in
narrows,
mind, this
100,
is
bumpy,
not a dedicated rally game in the slightest. I have
4 left
driven
short,
rally games with,
into 4 right short,
with worse
narrows,
pace notes.
150,
Although admittedly modern
square
rally games
left,
have got pretty good
into 2 right short,
in general
200,
at getting pace notes. I haven't had that complaint for a while when it comes to rally games. This stage has actually been really good as well. It's a good. I mean, it's a tarmac
6
rally, of
left,
course, but it's a
70,
good.
6 left long, over crest,
It's a good route.
100,
This one, I'm enjoying the course.
3 right short,
I am taking it a little bit
narrows,
cautiously,
into
having
3
never
left,
driven it before and
caution,
not completely
6
sure.
right,
Oh,
30,
you've got
2
the
right,
modern. I
don't
don't really like
cut,
these, but
30,
you've gone for the modern hay
left,
bale
opens,
chicanes
50,
kind of
3
thing.
right long,
Oh.
opens, 60,
We will chuck it through here. When I do commentary on rally games, like of all the games I film videos on, rally games are one of the tougher ones because, well, I'm talking nonsense a lot of the time. You know, I'm doing the commentary and all that.
60,
So I don't
left
really
long, tightens,
hear the pace
30,
notes because, you know,
right
only
tightens,
so much my brain
left
can
opens, 30,
focus on. So I'm much more using the icons as the
3
right guide. And I mean, to be fair, I'm
6
sure
left
quite a
short,
lot of you will
40,
quite possibly do the same,
3
maybe
right
not for the same
opens,
reasons,
don't
but
cut, and 4 left
you know,
short,
the arrows are
30, 6
are
right
very
short,
useful
30,
on this one. Again, it's actually really good. Yeah, it's really good pace
4
noting.
right
I haven't felt
30,
caught out by anything.
2 left
Like
short,
having
opens,
initially kind of
over finish,
you,
30,
you know got the these corners are a bit tighter
5
than I
right.
was expecting in the relative terms. Oh,
good job, stop at stop
okay,
control,
we got to go through. We've got through it without damaging the car. That is the bit that matters in all this. I believe if we have to reset at any point, you lose time. Oh, okay, we have stopped. You will do do that, and then off we go. This, woo. Okay, don't roll. I literally made it down a rally stage. Almost immediately rolled. On that. Now, I don't think there is any. I haven't done this. Doesn't look like there's any sort of like service halts, repair halts at the moment for fixing up your damage to the vehicle. That could well be something. Yeah, it could well be something we see in the past. This is very much the framework of a really fascinating idea. Oh, wait, this is not 80 miles an hour. Remember that. Yeah, it's not quite like it's a speed limit for generally the roads, because we were definitely allowed to do 80 mile an hour while in the town because it was 80. But again, this is experimental. It's in the early stages. Really curious to see how far this idea develops. I think this is the thing with this as a game mode. It's very cool. It's very cool to have this option to be able to do a rally this stage. And if you get the full like repair halts going, it could well be a very interesting thing when you're trying to, deal with getting all the timings right. You've got a damaged car. You're trying to limp it around. Whether we can do the old classic Gronholm driving around on 3 wheels and have a policeman stop you, I don't know. But like that is a really interesting thing, and Beam is really the ideal game for that as a basis. As it stands at the moment, it's the early stages of that idea. I wonder and hope it will be more developed along the way. I know Beam is made by a very small team that do an unbelievably good job, and I have absolutely nothing but respect for them, and this game is, as I said many times before, is truly fantastic. I hope that it can be developed fully, and it's not just something that is sort of put in as sort of, yeah, we can do this, and then not really go anywhere. I guess that would be my only concern, because this is very cool. Again, though, like you are developing multiple games within one game, essentially. As this is now we are talking like a full-on here is a rally game with way more details than a lot of rally games. How much goes into this, whether this is going to be the next area they go down, who knows? One of the, I say, ever so slight criticisms with Beam could be that at times it's a very fun playground, but it is, up to the player to really make a game out of it, if you will. We will just go and skip the time here to where we need it to be. And yeah, this would be a very interesting addition. I really, really do hope to see it develop. Oh, bloody hell, this is a long stage. This is twice as long as the stage we went down. Oh, I am concerned. Right, how close? Oh, perfect. Well, not perfect. I'll take 0.2 meters in terms of my parking.
Best of luck.
I'm probably going to need it. This looks like a long stage. This looks like a really easy way for me to have problems.
1, go.
Right, let's go. Let's see what we can manage on this one.
Short,
Again,
80,
like there's no...
6 right short, 40,
You're not competing against
short,
anyone.
and
You're...
5 right
I don't know
short,
whether it saves your
100,
fastest for
6
this
left,
event kind
80,
of thing. I presume it does at the end of the
5
scenario,
right, 100,
but like the individual stages, you're not actually competing against anything.
short,
That might be something
3 right,
that we see. That could have been
5
braver
left,
through there.
70,
That's for sure. Don't do anything silly. I don't really remember these roads
6
well
right
enough
short, 90,
to
6 left short, 30,
go
1 right
go
long,
full
opens,
commitment.
30, 4
Right,
right short, 80,
get slowed down. I mean, again, as the game continues to develop, the interesting thing is, if changes made to the game, let's say the tyre models come around, that gets updated, that will then be, I presume, sort of automatically included in this. I don't know what route the tyre model is going to go down, more realistic. Maybe it'll have wear, temperature, and all of that kind of thing. And I guess you start adding that, maybe you have to go to try and keep your tyres in good condition in between stages. Maybe try and keep some heat in them between stages and all of that sort of. It adds. There's so much potential for depth here. There's so much potential for depth because that is how Beam is, and it's really cool to see this level of detail go into it. Because I'm a big fan of rallying, and Beam can just about do anything. Like it's always been possible, and I've played around with time trials on Beam and done rally stages. It's always been possible to do that sort of thing on Beam, time trials, and that are nothing new. But having this whole dedicated setup is really, really cool. I do know there was a rally mod. I remember playing a rally mod not so long ago. I think it was Italy as well, actually. Some of the stages. I know that was working on pace notes. I think that did get working before this actual official mode. I don't know whether this official mode, again, it might have been worked with in conjunction with the mod makers and all of that. And I don't know how, again, possibility for mods and players to add to this Because again, the framework is here, so maybe players can make, I don't know enough about the technology, if I'm being honest with you. Oh, I locked that up. That was almost a disaster. We got away with it. But again, there's so many possibilities, and I really do hope to see more detail. I'm risking it. We are absolutely risking it. I like this car. I mean, okay, look, it's an estate car. Of course, I'm going to be a fan of it. Sunburst is always great to drive. I am taking way more risks on this course now, which is probably unwise. Don't clip the rocks. We will send. Again, this is a really cool route. I'm not surprised. They've picked some fun roads. There's lots of fun roads on Beam. Let's face it. I'm asking for. I was asking for a tiny rock to be in there. I like it's the whole. I guess consequences of error in Beam are so massive, and the error can be really small, and the consequences could be massive. That makes it for such a good rally game. Which is what I said earlier about the game being used as a stuntman clone. And it was fun because it posed an extra additional challenge, something that you hadn't seen before with the damage. Because it's not just, it's not just you lose money or you like. It's so intrinsically complicated. Damage can be your steering starting to pull slightly to one side and maybe gradually getting more and more difficult. There's so many little variations of what the damage can do to the car that just makes it such a challenge for rallying. Alright, send it through there. I'm going to, at some point, have asked too much of this car. I'm being a lot more committed on this stage than I was on the first one. I wanted to make sure I got through a stage without crashing, for the sake of the video, otherwise it's going to be a very sad day. Though there is a reset function and all that, and now we are probably... Again, there's still more speed in the car. I'm not gonna pretend this is going to be a world record time. I'm definitely being a lot more committed. I guess I'm trusting the car a little bit more, having driven it on the previous one. Actually, I'm trusting the pace notes again. Top job for a game that I have to keep remembering this is not a game that was dedicated and designed specifically as a rally game. I'm sure a lot of effort went into this mode, and it's brilliant. You could, I think the best compliment I could give it is you could very easily forget while doing this that this is not a specific dedicated rally game. I know it's easy when you've got, that's wrong, but it's got the foundations and got the maps and whatnot. But yeah, this part really very, very cool. I'm absolutely loving this. The car is great fun to drive. It's a great place to start this mode, if you will, with this sort of vehicle. I'm now just having fun with it. You can tell I'm having fun when I decided to chuck the car around. There we go. It's probably not actually that quick to get around on the tarmac. That was admittedly a handbrake grab because I thought I was going into the wall. I'm going to break suspension doing that at some point. Oh, this is a really cool road. This is a really cool road. And it's about the right sort of width. I say right sort of width for a rally stage. It's narrow enough to be challenging without being completely absurd. I know it's using basic Italian map roads and everything. Again, it shows how good the roads are in Beam. It's been a while since I've done kind of time trial-y thing going on. We have talked about doing a multiplayer, like a little rally at some point. This, of course, this sort of mode won't translate into multiplayer. That was very much a handbrake grab, although I'm kind of glad I didn't go down the inside there. That curb looks nasty. Right, we are going to wreck this car. I can guarantee you. Where are we going? Not really sure. Don't actually recognise this bit of the map. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been here. I'm discovering new bits of the map. We've used Italy for like Stop the Beast. We've used it for a few things actually. Just never been out here. Admittedly, this looks like it would be a bad place to go, but it's on the middle of the hill, so in a lot of the videos we do, there wouldn't be a reason to end up here. So again, I was talking about damage. That little bump on the wall could be innocuous, and I think it has been. I think we've got away with it, but you're never quite sure. Oh, it's got a bit narrow now. I was just saying about the width of the roads. This has got a real challenge all of a sudden. But those look like bumps. All it takes is that to unclip the rear bumper. The rear bumper falls under the rear wheel at a bad time, and you know it's things like that that makes the rally game exciting, and other games just can't do. Because Beam's done the framework. Of course, it's been in development a very long time and all that, but yeah, this is a very good rally game. Honestly, such a good rally game that I. Like my main criticism is I want more. that's it. My main criticism of experimental mode is I want more of it, because it's awesome. Things like traffic and repair halts. Yeah, okay. Like traffic in between the stages and repair halts for fixing damage and time and all of that sort of thing. I do hope comes to fully flesh out this game mode. Yeah. If you haven't checked this out yet, which there is a chance, as I'm fairly slow to realise what experimental modes have been added into Beam. I only knew about this because Blisko told me about it. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have known. Or wouldn't have realised for ages. Yeah, that's so cool. So I've absolutely loved that stage with this car. We will get stopped. We have completed the time, and then we go for a trundle off towards the next one. This is awesome. I really do recommend you go and give it a try. The roads are fantastic fun. Yeah, the best compliment I can give it is you don't know. you barely realise this isn't a dedicated rally game. It's that good. And there's a whole load of added depth. And of course, with the damage going on, I think it's going to get real tricky real fast. And I really, really hope to see this expanded upon and continued and fleshed out into a full, a full game mode, a full complex game mode. And whether that be just from the devs, whether there be some mods that can integrate with this, I look forward to playing it all because it's bloody good fun. That is some of the most fun I've had, just chucking a car around in Beam for a while. Yeah, it's really good. And because you've got pace notes, you have the confidence to chuck it down some of these winding roads without having to spend ages to learn them. That's so cool. That is going to be it for this video. I've had a whale of a time. Thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, goodbye.